What will be the effect of the Russia-Ukraine war on the finances of young entrepreneurs in the world? Welcome everyone to our channel, Fortune Focus. The world has seen some of the biggest wars through the generations, from the huge World War I and II to the currently happening Russia-Ukraine war. When there is a war, the innocent ones suffer the most, and it has been proven over the years when a more than countable death and suffering happened after wars took place globally. It is not always the loss of life that scares us when a war happens, but also the loss of economy and income, which is even more depressing because people lose their loved ones because they don't have enough capital to provide the required resources to sustain life. Poverty is already such a big issue in the world. Above that, the wars that take place are also fueling and leveling up the conditions of it. We absolutely cannot predict the conditions of the people in Russia and Ukraine after the war is over, especially the young entrepreneurs. In today's video, we will be talking about the effects that the Russia-Ukraine war will have on the finances of young entrepreneurs in the world. But before we begin, do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment on our channel. As you all know, the Russian invasion has created huge havoc in the whole world, which created a huge fluctuation in the stock market. As a result, the values of most stocks have reached pretty low, and cryptocurrencies are struggling to have a better value as well. Recently, you also might have heard about how Bitcoin recorded one of its lowest values, and that is not all. Even the personal finances and income of many people are in danger and hitting lows as well. The pandemic was already a big reason for such a major financial disaster that happened back in 2020. But now this war is creating extra difficulty for everyone. And when we are talking about financial disasters happening around the world, the group of people who are the most affected is undoubtedly the young people who are just beginning their careers through jobs, service, or their businesses. The age group of 18 to 29 are the people with the most capacity and productivity, are the young ones who are the most affected during such difficult times, as reported by Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Young entrepreneurs who are just starting their businesses or are just on the first and the beginning phase of their business or service lives are getting the worst effects of this deteriorating and destructive Russia-Ukraine war happening, and let me tell you what the experts say regarding the main financial challenges that the young people could face right now. Keeping stocks for a longer period. According to many experts, the current financial condition is fluctuating. So it is advised that the young investors who are just starting and beginning their career keep their stocks protected and don't fall into the trap of continuous selling of sticks. The reason is simple: as the market rates are continuously fluctuating, investors may not get the perfect and honest price that they should have got and instead can suffer major losses. Plus, keeping and storing your stocks for a longer period will also ensure a better price and profits. Experts also advise that young entrepreneurs research and experiment more with their stocks by investing in different and diversifying stocks and companies. It will help with their career as well. Fuel costs and other commodities. We also cannot miss out on how the prices of fuels, including crude oil, petroleum, etc., have risen to a very high level, creating havoc worldwide. Brent crude is even expected to hit around $130 a barrel in the coming future because of the war. Even before wars or pandemics happened, the rise of energy commodities was already high, and you can now expect how much worse the situation is. Some ways by which young people can control their oil usage is by maintaining their automobiles so that they don't have to undergo situations where more oil could be required, or lessening the usage of thermostats at home and anywhere else possible, and many more. Food processing and transportation are also being increased in rates, which can be an even bigger problem the world might face soon, and thus precautions are needed there as well. Even though both the countries together just hold 2% of the world's gross domestic product, the situation is pretty bad considering how the two countries are constantly on edge and having a situation right now. Gas prices are going down heavily, and so are food, transportation, and many other essential services. Young people are suffering the most, but we cannot do anything else except for praying for better days to come as soon as possible, and maybe by following the previously mentioned steps. We cannot ignore the fact that a war cannot end without destruction, so young entrepreneurs may face a lot more challenges than we can imagine. But having patience and virtues will help them survive this casualty as well. So, that was all for today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Do not forget to share your opinions with us, and we will see you in the next one.